We have to go undefeated for even a chance at making a bowl game. Coach Demarius Britt knows that, as he's on his way to the facility right now. In his first season, they're not doing too bad, not doing too shabby. For a 54 overall score, they've actually impressed at times. They're not really getting blown out. They're playing close games week after week. This team has real deal potential for the future. Sadly though, nobody cares outside of a couple other staff members. The recruits, the fans, the players, and the organization, they want to see wins. Let's not forget, the goal was to win 5 games this year. If he goes winless here in this tough stretch, he could be out as head coach in his first season. The episode for our Nevada State Drakes starts right here at home against Fresno State, man. The opening drive actually goes really well for our defense, man. They force an immediate punt. On offense, we start with the forward run, and he gets an immediate first down here, man. What a play. Then TC finds his guy Parsons on a drag route, but from there, the offense stalled out. We were forced to take 3, and we shanked the kick. Still 0-0. Really, this entire first quarter was just 2 bad offenses having a mid-off, man. Honestly, pretty embarrassing for 2 teams who actually have quote-unquote hopes for a bowl game. Fresno State does lock in though, as they have this guy on this post route for a nice gain here. This is a pretty stinky first quarter so far. Whichever offense shows a shred of consistency will probably win the game. I'm not sure if that'll be Fresno State though, as Jordan Scott spins off and gets a sack here. The 65 overall 5th-year senior's having an amazing season this year. The Drake offense hasn't done anything so far. As you saw in the first quarter, they were putting up angel numbers. They have to try something now. Honestly, a fade ball one-on-one with your best receiver does not sound bad at all. DW with an amazing catch here. And then a jet touch pass to take the lead at home against Fresno State. That was his drive right there. Just give your best players the ball, I guess. I said the first team that showed even a little consistency on offense will win the game, bro. Our defense forces a stop on 4th down. Now we're in a position to go about 2 scores. 2nd and 10, we have KT in the flat, a Hajuk here, and gets almost a first down. 10 yards, 3rd and inches. Our center and right guard loses a double team here, which was so confusing to me. But then we get a first down on 4th down with a big play by CJ Tolliver here. We ran it again with our guy Spence striking, bro. This is watch out, boy. First down. Come on, y'all. We in the drive with 3 to go up 10-3 at halftime, man. A good half. The first quarter and the second quarter look like 2 separate teams on offense, man. I'm proud of my guys. We get the ball at half. Let's just finish this game off right. We start with the CJ Tolliver run. He has a lot of room here. First down. Come on, y'all. DW has had his moments, but for the most part, the running backs have been carrying all day long, especially these past 2 drives. He handed it to KT here, and he cuts up the field, cuts it back again, and this is another first down by a running back, bro. The drive ended up stalling out, and we thought we were ending the drive with 3, but Fresno State is sabotaging, bro. And we get another chance at scoring a touchdown. We end up finding Demi Lawler on the very next play for a touchdown, man. It's 17-3 in the crib. Now that we're up 2 scores, Fresno State is feeling the pressure, bro. It's 2nd and 4 here. He finds his guy on his curve out, and this boy is absolutely gone. Our guys are way too slow in the secondary, and that's a touchdown. 17-10. They end up getting us to a 4th and inches here on our drive, and we turn it over on downs. They now have a chance at tying the game, which they will accomplish as this dude number 6 finds an open lane to tie the game at 17. Wow. Now that we have the ball back with a chance to win the game, we cannot squander this opportunity, bro. We only get 7 yards here on 3rd and 9, but there is no way we punt the ball, man. We're going to end the game on this drive. We hand it off to TJ Harley, and he just barely gets a first down here. We actually get a big chance here with Brazier one-on-one on the left sideline, but he blatantly dropped his pass down the field. So then we turn to TJ Harley, who makes an amazing catch down the right sideline on this wheel route, bro. A humongous play. That's even a word. It's not. We were unable to capitalize off of the big play to score a TD, so we settled for 3. Now we're up 20-17. Our defense has to make a play. QB throws a long pass to the sideline here, and we have an interception, but Terrell drops the pass. How do you drop that as an adult male, bro? What are you doing? This is not a Division I athlete, bro. I'm sorry. You can't. I'm speechless, bro. Thankfully, though, we get to a 3rd and 8, where the QB tries our star safety, Nico Solomon, and he doesn't go for it. Ends the game right there with that interception. What a play by the freshman safety.
Coach, that was a super solid victory. It seems like ever since you replaced Zav Jordan with Ty Collins, the team has been, well, just different. How do you continue to build the relationship with Zav Jordan, who will probably be here next year, and also still be able to build up Ty Collins as well?
Zav knew what he was doing when he threw 4 picks. He knows it was unacceptable. I feel like Zav is just about as talented as Ty Collins is. It's that TC's older, and he's a better decision maker right now. That's why he's playing. Nothing really personal, it's just, you know what I'm saying? He's got to play better. And he wasn't at the time. but TC is now.
We get 2 commits after that win, including Verrett and Norden. Pretty solid. I'm actually surprised at how well we're doing in recruiting, bro. I can't remember getting this many in-season recruits really ever. Now, granted, they're all 3 stars, but bro, still, I'm really impressed. Just for the culture, we're going to try to get Richard Russo because he's from Reno, Nevada, which is pretty fire. Come on down and be a Drake, bro. In the final game of the season, which will decide our bowl eligibility, we're playing against number 14 ranked Boise State. They have 1 loss on the year. That was against Notre Dame. Outside of them, they've killed everybody. And some of these guys are people that we've played, bro, including New Mexico, Nevada, Fresno State, Hawaii, and San Jose State. We scored only 10 points versus San Jose State. They gave them boys 52, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. All roads lead to a blowout L here. See what happens. Them boys get the ball first, and I ain't gonna lie, a second down run for a first down is not a good time. They do some play action on the next play. Everything's bagged up except that outright. He ignores it and throws it right at Valentine. My user, what are you doing, buddy? The crowd is going insane, bro. It's the last game of the season. They trying to see something, bro. On our 1st and 10, we actually get sacked, and that ruins the drive, like, immediately. Luckily, though, we take 3, and we make it. We're up 3 early on. On Boise's second drive, the QB looks very rattled here, man. A super questionable drive, and they punt after 3 plays. It seems the whole team is rattled as they leave Brazier wide open on this. Like, what are we doing? This is a touchdown, 10-0 in Reno. Brazier, who's not really known as a deep threat, catches a deep pass here. Great play. This is a 10-win team. They don't even look like it right now, bro. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just the air in Reno right now, but they're looking stupid, bro. I'm thinking it's that stadium pulse. You see how fierce it is, bro. I think them boys a little rattled by that for sure. All jokes aside, though, our guy gets cooked over here on the right side for a huge gain. I don't know why that wasn't a red catch, because if it was, it would have been a TD, but it is what it is, I guess. Some plays later, they run it in for a TD to make it 10-7 now, bro. This is going to have to be a dogfight for sure. We're back on offense in the second quarter, and TC is flushed out of the pocket, but he finds spin strike here on the outside in the flat, and he makes a play out of nothing there. Now it's 3rd and short, and they're pressing all of our guys, which usually wouldn't be a problem. But I guess apparently Lee Youngson has broken out, and he's winning routes. He blows past this guy, breaks a tackle, and scores a 56-yard TD. For a player who was under a decent amount of scrutiny, bro, that's an amazing play. Boise State ends up actually walking up the field on us, bro. Getting multiple first downs, making it look really easy against our defense. That was 2nd and 7 here in the red zone. He has forever in the pocket. I don't know what took him so long, but now it's 3rd and 1 after that big time play by our guy. Surprisingly, they don't run the ball. We're in man coverage here, and we get 2 guys to get to the quarterback there on 3rd down. A big time play. So they take 3, and he misses it off the upright, bro. It's still 17-7. With that miss, we have 27 seconds and 2 timeouts before half. We can def score here, as we have DW down the left sideline after the playmaker for a huge play onto the 41-yard line. We then find Parsons on this slant for another first down, man. We end up taking 3, going up by 13 into the half against number 14 ranked Boise State, bro. We get the ball after halftime as well, and we're looking to chew the clock now. Sadly, Boise is not going. They force a punt after 3 plays. We're locking down in coverage, so he's holding the ball forever. We end up getting a sack. He gets a solid gain on 2nd and 16, but it's still 3rd and long, where he tries a double teamed pass to this guy, but it's not going. What are you doing? That's Collier. He's not playing with you. Interception. Boise State's D is still looking pretty good. Pause. So it's a 3rd and long here. But Brazier's just hooping today, man. So he gets a first down off of this curl. Like, just do your thing, King. That was the only success that we were able to find on that drive. We were forced to get to a 3rd and long again, and we do not convert. Boise's back on offense now, where they do a speed option to number 1, and there's somehow no one on the outside to contain him. The defense is absolutely falling apart now, man. That's 3 first downs really in a row. It seems like Boise State has woken up in this second half. We end up getting the boys to a 3rd down, where the coverage is absolutely amazing once again, and we get another sack. Now they took 3, but them boys are still down by 10 going into the 4th quarter, and that is crazy considering you're above teams like Florida State, Bama, LSU, Michigan, Florida. Like, what are we doing? But no, man, we're at a 3rd and 4 here. We need a play to be made to continue to chew this clock and get out of here with the dub. TC rolls out here, motions up McLawler, and he makes an amazing catch. That's 19 instead. My fault, King. Big play by him. After a run on first, his 2nd and 8, where we have 1-on-1 with DW down the left sideline, and he makes a hell of a catch and moss his buddy for a touchdown. Ice in the game, in the crib. What a play. Them Boise fans is sick. And it looks like Tamarius Britt has clinched his first bowl game in his first season as head coach of the Nevada State Drakes.
Coach, that was a crazy game. Down to the final second, really. Coach, you just dominated a top 25 team in the nation. How are you feeling, man?
We feeling good, but we feeling OC. Boise came in this trap and thought it was sweet. It ain't sweet down here, man. It ain't sweet, cuz. We really put belt to the buns, man. We not playing with these boys. We just clinched the bowl game. We just snatched the chain of a top 25 school. We feeling OC. We feeling crazy. We feeling crazy.
Coach, Ty Collins was insane today. No interceptions, 3 TDs, was consistently finding open guys. The defense was also amazing. Do you have anybody you want to shout out specifically?
Man, I don't even know for real. The whole team was the whole team was crazy, bro. You just saw it. The whole team was wild. If I had one person, I would probably say TC as well. He was also pretty crazy. Shout out to my dog, man.
We end up getting 2 more commits, man. This is a pretty solid recruiting class. Swoop and Hurt. I'm feeling good. Now, in the first year, we do not win or even make our conference championship game, but we get Heath Lacey to commit as a 2-star. Just a consolation prize, I guess. But the real W is we're playing Liberty in the Idaho Potato Bowl. I'm actually rocking with it, man. What y'all boys thinking? I'm rocking with it. In case y'all boys are wondering, we're right outside the top 50 for recruiting classes this season. Bro, I'm hyped. And we ruined Boise State's chances of making a playoff. But now we're in the Idaho Potato Bowl in Boise State, in their stadium, to play against Liberty, man. Now, Liberty actually won the Conference of USA, and they only have 1 loss on the season, and that was to Kennesaw State. I don't know who's better between them and Boise State, but we're playing a team that just won their conference championship game. So this is pretty huge. This is a big chance for us, bro. We start with the run to TJ Harley. We have an open lane created by the O-line for a first down. Liberty gets him man here on this 2nd and 7. We have Brazier on this curl. He breaks the tackle and gets another first down for his offense, bro. On this first drive, the run game is looking pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie. We have 2 solid runs, setting up a big time play to Alec Henderson for a TD. 7-0 early on. This whole team is still cooking, bro. We end up forcing them to stop against Liberty on their first drive. After a very lackluster start, they're showing why they were a conference champion in their conference, bro. They get a sack here, but it is not enough. You have spin strike on 3rd and long for a first. Next play, KT Johnson, an open lane created by the O-line. Once again, first down. That was 3rd, and we need a play to get a first down here, and we find DW on this slant for another first, but we're cooking in this first quarter. That's 7 first downs. We then end the drive off with a read option, speed option, where we find KT Johnson for another TD for our squad. 14-0. This has to be absolute peak. People who enjoy out of Power 4 football, bro. You have a team that upset the conference champion in the Midwest playing against the Conference USA champion, bro. This is peak. After a huge play on the first play of their drive, it's now 3rd and goal where they have to get a TD here. And they find this guy towards the sideline, but we're not going for it, man. Force them boys to take 3. Now they're down by 11. The offense is just looking really pristine right now, man. Get a first down here. Now we're looking towards DW here, but we get the worst throw out of sack animation in the game, and he takes it home for a thick 6, bro. Even with that pick 6, but we're looking pretty solid. Alec Henderson is balling today, which is pretty cool. We find him again on his 3rd and 9 for another first down. I think we should have just built our whole team around our run game and our tight ends, because those are the real talents, bro. Like, obviously we have DW as well, but these guys have been balling these past couple of games. We end this masterful drive with the spin strike TD at the end of the half to go up by 11 against 12-1 Liberty. We've been putting on statements these past couple of games, playing against some of the bigger schools, outer Power 4, San Diego State, Boise, and now Liberty. We were expected to be probably the worst football school in FBS. Now we're looking like one of the more promising ones out of the Power 4, bro. It's just special. I don't know why they were just showing Liberty highlights. Like what was that? That was a very biased halftime show. Am I wrong? That was weird. They didn't show a single Nevada State highlight there. Liberty starts this half kind of remembering who they are a little bit. They definitely have something to prove in this second half as they walk up the field, making our defense look really sweet. They end the drive with a TD as we blitz the whole squad. Now it's a 1-score game. We were unable to answer back with the TD of our own. Now Liberty's back on offense and they're cooking again, bro. They give their backup running back his first carry of the game, and he somehow finds his hole for a TD. We're now down against Liberty at the I have no idea how this even happened, bro, but sheesh. Ford then responds with a big play of his own, but not for a TD, just a solid first down. It's now the 4th quarter, and we're playing a championship level team, as I've said before. Just gotta find a way to win this game. Start the 4th with a TJ Harley run for another first down. The run game's been, man, it's been special, I'm not gonna lie. After 2 incomplete passes, it's now 3rd and 10, where we find DW here underneath for 9 yards. Now it's 4th down. On that play, Ty Collins ends up injured, so Zav Jordan has to come back in the game and try and lead us to a victory. We do end up getting a first down there, and we end the drive with another TD. This time to KT Johnson for a touchdown. Let's go, y'all boys. Liberty faces multiple pretty risky down distances, but this is the biggest one of the game so far. 3rd and 9 here. The QB has forever in the pocket. They're targeting Collier down the left sideline, and he gets mossed, and he just passes away on the field. He isn't moving. He's on the ground. Stand up, please. Touchdown, birds. I don't know what their mascot is, bro. Zav Jordan then comes back on the field and does what he does best, throws an interception, and that might end the game right there. Liberty responds with a one-play touchdown. We're now down by 11, and just to make sure we've lost the game, Zav Jordan throws one more interception to truly ice the game for the Liberty Flames, I think.
Coach, now I will low-key try you a little bit because y'all boys just lost. And Zach Jordan back in the game threw 2 picks consecutively. It was pretty funny. But y'all boys wasn't supposed to be here. Y'all were just 3-6, well, 4 weeks ago. How do you feel about the season?
What about the season? I feel calm about the season. I ain't gonna lie. We went 6-7. I don't like that meme, so it's a little triggering for me, bro. Overall, I feel fine. Gotta deal with the offseason now, man. We got a little bit of a break, and yeah, see y'all boys next year.
Now we're in the offseason, and we improved from a 1.5 school to a 2-star school. Yay, pretty fire. The national champion was Texas Tech. They beat Texas. Now for the players leaving, it's basically everybody and their mother, bro, including Nico Solomon, Tajay Collins, Barlow. You see Ford here, Branch, McLawler. We asked Nico to stay, but he says no. We asked Tajay Collins, said no. Mind you, we only have 4 guys we can persuade. Tolliver actually stayed, fire. Then we asked the backup tight end Alec Henderson to stay, he said no. But yeah, a lot of starters are leaving. The most notable ones I would say are Ty Collins and DW. Now for the first week of recruiting, we start how we usually start off. Just take care of the guys we're already interested in and focus on the transfer guys afterwards. Now, I may not say, but we really need every single position listed. We may have good depth in some positions. We can upgrade everywhere. I'm not sure if we necessarily have a biggest need, but the most important position is quarterback, so I would have to go after some of those guys, obviously. At this point, you barely see any reds. I think we're good enough to go over the guys now. Starting with QB, and we are locked out of Montgomery, which is probably a good sign that we'll get our Minta. Another really underrated important need is receiver. Just lost DW, and his overall was like what, a 69? He was our best player. We need at least 1 or 2 transfer receivers to really get this offense on track, and that's where Jerion Dickey and JoJo Stone come in. It's really important that we get at least one of these guys. The next important room I would say is corner at Trayvon West here and K Cook. I'm starting to think that Ohio series where we got everyone in one recruiting class was an anomaly. Won't happen again. So if we can get one of these guys, I'll be cool. Now for the next week, and we have 160 hours, but most of that will be used on just touching up on the original guys that we have, mainly because the guys that we recruited before the offseason, they're almost dead set on committing eventually. Now for the transfers, we've gone down for Dickey and JoJo Stone. To go down for Dickey this early on, pause, is crazy. Got Brown here, Harris, Finley, the tight end. I don't know. We're gonna try for a kicker as well with our leftover 20 hours because our kicker is pretty weak as well. For week 3, we get locked out of a pool, but it gives us enough hours to give K Cook and West visits. Didn't mention it, but we also sent JoJo Stone on a visit last week as well, which did pretty well to go from 3rd to 2nd. Final week, we get locked out of EJ Finley, but that was such time to find work, bro. Miguel Reigns is trolling. He's not trying to come down here, bro, so he's out of here. That's 15 extra hours. Texas A&M is also going to take Luke McGarry from us. I don't know why they want so many 3-star tight ends, but it's cool. Extra 35 hours. We take away the money for Ethan Powell. We're just finding work. That's 25 extra hours. But overall, I think we're going to have a decent class this year. We need something over the top to make it a good class. We sent Dickey on the visit this week. We're also going to take away all of our hours and send a 50. We're going to do the same thing to JoJo Stone. And we're looking pretty good for Trayvon West. I think he's going to actually come down here. Take away all hours and send a 50 for him as well, because I don't even want to risk it. Then we just send an extra 10 for K Cooks. We're now number 1 for him, bro. Fire. It's the 50 for Savion Brown, the linebacker. Now, although we go down from 1st to 2nd for Ryan Yates, we got to at least try. We're going to send a 50 for him. And I ain't going to lie, we're looking pretty solid everywhere else. Unless something unexpected happens, we should get most of these recruits. Although we have 30 extra hours, we can find someone that's already interested in us, really send them an offer and just make sure we're first next week, and he'll commit. That's really how it works. We find running back DJ Braswell. He's an elusive bruiser. We send an offer and a 25. No one else has even done that, so I think we're going to get him as well. For the edge spot, if we can get a Simmons and a Telemac, I'll be happy. I don't think we did enough for Telemac though. Only sent a 25. Looks like Colorado State is surging a little bit. May not be good for us. And yeah, bro, let's see what happens. Early on, we get some commits that we're really expecting, like Russo, Cleveland, Mix. Later on, we get Price, Simmons, Armenta, I was expecting him to, but good commit. Dickey, that's fire. Trayvon West, a big commit. Ryan Yates, wasn't expecting him, but we got him for sure. Let's go. DJ Braswell, last second guy. And that's really it. We end up locked out of JoJo Stone and K Cook and also Savion Brown. Also Telemac as well, bro. 6'6", 250 as a freshman, bro. He would have been crazy for us. We end up with only a top 60 recruiting class. Somehow Air Force got 17 3-stars. For position changes, we don't do nothing too crazy. Just move Hurt from a Sam to a Will. And we swapped our punter and kicker because, bro, kicker is pretty trash. He's a 60 overall, bro. Now for the training results, our Mensa is now a 78 overall. I guess pretty cool, pretty solid. He's the best one on the team, obviously. DJ Braswell is at 87 overall with 91 speed, 94 excel. He's OC. KT, Strike, CJ Tolliver, Harley. Them guys also improved as well. But now KT's the second best guy on the team at running back. At receiver, Dickey is at 82 overall. Brazier goes up from a 70 to a 77. Peace goes up from a 66 to a 76. Everyone's improving, bro. It's just good for the team. But yeah, besides that, not much change on the team. Derek Simmons is a 79 overall, but besides that, just minimal improvement. We're a 61 overall school this year, which is better. Go up +5 overalls or +7 from the start of last year. And for the first 4 games, we're playing against Oregon, FCS Northwest, Missouri State, and Florida. When recruiting our new guys, we find 2 immediate commits. You got Blunt here, and you got Caleb Keenan. Shout out to them, bro. Shout out to them. But yeah, besides those 2 guys, I can't really say I have a favorite recruit from this class. We've gone after 4 4-stars. We're not going to tweak too bad on the higher recruits. Just gonna be P with it. Gonna focus on them. We'll be fine. And look how well that does for us, bro. We don't get locked out of any of them, bro. We're after like 2 5-stars in the Ohio series and got locked out immediately, bro. It was a waste of time. Here we can have an actual nuanced discussion about the recruits, bro. Next time you will see my series with Samarius Britton, the Nevada State Drakes. We'll be playing on the road in Oregon. It's number 7th ranked. Well, Oregon. Until that time, man, it's been your boy Neath the Red, and I will see y'all next time.